Hello guys, welcome to mathematics classes by Nikita. So we were doing the exemplar of chapter 5, that is complex numbers, and we have done till question number 25. Okay, so let's now do question number 26. So question number 26 says state true or false for the following. Okay, the first part is the order relation is defined on the set of complex numbers. Question number 26, first part. Now first of all, what is order relation? So what is order relation? See, order relation means the relation which is used to compare the number set. Okay, for example, less than or equal to, and greater or equal to. These three are known as order relations. Okay. अब he is asking you whether the order relation is defined on the set of complex numbers or not. That means क्या आप दो complex numbers को किन्हीं दो, ठीक है, suppose z1 and z2 are any two complex numbers, can you compare these two complex numbers through these order relations? Can I say that z1 is less than or equal to z2 or z1 is greater or equal to z2 like this? No. So you can't compare two complex numbers. Okay, so I'll say that this statement is false because we cannot compare complex numbers. Okay. However, when the complex number is purely real number, that is the imaginary part is 0, then the order relation is well defined. So note that real numbers, note that on real numbers order relation is defined. Okay, that means you can always compare any two real numbers. For example, you have x1 and x2. तो हमें पता होता है either we have x1 less than x2, either we have x1 equal to x2 or we have x1 greater than x2. ठीक है, तो इन तीनों में से कोई एक होल्ड जरूर करता है. So this is all known as law of trichotomy. Now second part. Multiplication of a non-zero complex number, very important is non-zero, by minus iota rotates the point about origin through a right angle in the anti-clockwise direction. तो ये स्टेटमेंट आपको बताना है कि ट्रू है या फॉल्स है, तो हम चेक करके देखते हैं, उसके बाद हम बताएंगे. So what we do is we take any complex number, any non-zero complex number. So let z equal to x plus iota y. So I am taking this complex number in the first quadrant so that you हमें पता चले हम कैसे रोटेट कर रहे हैं. You can take it in any quadrant, but just for understanding I am considering my x to be greater than 0 and y to be strictly greater than 0. ठीक है, so this complex number is a non-zero complex number. So let z equal to x plus iota y be any complex number. And let capital A of x comma y represents z in your complex plane. So represents z. So suppose this is the x axis, this is the y axis. So suppose this is the point x comma y. So this is the point A of x comma y. So basically this is okay. Now let us multiply z by minus iota. So what is minus iota z? So this will become minus iota x plus minus iota into iota times y, which is equal to minus iota x, iota square is minus 1, minus minus means plus, so plus y. So this is equal to y minus iota x. So let b, नाउ b के कोऑर्डिनेट क्या होंगे, x वाला जो कोऑर्डिनेट है, फर्स्ट कोऑर्डिनेट इज y You can see here the real part is y and the imaginary part is minus x. So let b of y comma minus x represents माइनस आयोटा इंटू जेड. और ये पॉइंट कहाँ लाई करता है? देखो अब x के ये जो पॉइंट आपका a है, दिस मच डिस्टेंस इज x एंड दिस मच डिस्टेंस इज y. ओके, नाउ ये जो पॉइंट b है इसमें आपका फर्स्ट कोऑर्डिनेट y है. सो फर्स्ट कोऑर्डिनेट इज y और हमें पता है y पॉजिटिव है. सो दैट मीन्स समवेयर हियर, सो दिस मच डिस्टेंस इज y एंड जो y सेकेंड कोऑर्डिनेट है वो माइनस एक्स है. तो माइनस एक्स मतलब सो द पॉइंट विल लाई समवेयर हियर. ओके, सो दिस इज द पॉइंट b ऑफ y कॉमा माइनस एक्स. और अगर मैं इसको ज्वाइन करूं ओरिजिन से, सो यू विल हैव समथिंग लाइक दिस. ओके, now can I say that the point A and the point B, so ये जो आपकी lines हैं, so lines OA, so lines OA and OB are perpendicular? Yes. Why? Because so this angle I am saying is 90 degree. Why? Because see जब आप a ऑफ x कॉमा वाई और b ऑफ y कॉमा माइनस एक्स, इनका जब आप इनर प्रोडक्ट लोगे और मे बी यू कैन से स्लोप निकालोगे तो वो -1 आएगी. तो जब मैं इनर प्रोडक्ट निकालूंगी तो क्या होता है, x इंटू वाई देन प्लस y इंटू माइनस एक्स. तो ये आपका क्या आ रहा है, सो इनर प्रोडक्ट इज कमिंग आउट टू बी 0. सो दैट मीन्स जब भी इनर प्रोडक्ट 0 आता है, so those two points are perpendicular. okay, so this angle is 90 degree. तो यहाँ आप देख सकते हो how we obtained b. so b is obtained by multiplying z by minus iota है, and जो b आपके पास आया है that is when you have basically rotated the point a through 90 degrees but in the clockwise direction, not in the anti clockwise. देखो एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन होती है अगर हम ऐसे मूव करते, बट अभी हमने a को ऐसे मूव करा है, हमारे पास b आ गया इन द क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन थ्रू एन एंगल ऑफ 90 डिग्री. yes or no? so that means that my statement, जो यहाँ पे statement given है, that is in the through a right angle in the anti-clockwise direction. So this statement is false. Okay, so first of all I will say that this implies B is obtained by rotating point A through 90 degrees in clockwise direction. So therefore given statement is false. The given statement is false. Okay, so this was a very important question from your entrance point of view. Now let's see next part. For any complex number z, the minimum value of mod z plus mod of z minus 1 is 1. So first let us find what is the minimum value. So हमें इसकी minimum value निकालनी है. Now इधर हम एक formula use करेंगे and that formula says that mod of z1 minus z2 is less than or equal to mod of z1 plus mod of z2. ओके अब ये आपका एक कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर है और ये आपका दूसरा कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर है. सो आई कैन से दैट mod of z plus mod of z minus 1 is greater or equal to mod of z देन माइनस ऑफ z माइनस 1. ठीक है, तो क्या आ जाएगा आपके पास? दिस इम्प्लाइज mod of z प्लस mod of z माइनस 1 इज ग्रेटर और इक्वल टू. तो आपकी जो राइट हैंड साइड है वो क्या बन जाएगी? z माइनस z के साथ कैंसिल हो जाएगा, माइनस ऑफ माइनस 1 इज प्लस 1. तो आपके पास आ जाएगा ग्रेटर और इक्वल टू mod of 1, जो कि 1 ही होता है. सो दिस इम्प्लाइज दैट mod of z प्लस mod of z माइनस 1 इज ग्रेटर और इक्वल टू 1. तो या तो 1 है या 1 से ज़्यादा है. तो मिनिमम वैल्यू क्या हो गई? 1. सो दिस इम्प्लाइज मिनिमम वैल्यू of mod of z plus mod of z minus 1 is 1. So that means the given statement is true. Okay. Now let's see the next point, next part. The locus represented by mod of z minus 1 is equal to mod of z minus iota is a line perpendicular to the join of 1, 0 and 0, 1. सो लेट्स चेक दिस. हम ऐसे ही आंसर नहीं देंगे, हम पहले इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करके देखेंगे. सो फर्स्ट लेट अस फाइंड द लोकस ऑफ मॉड ऑफ z माइनस 1 इक्वल टू मॉड ऑफ z माइनस आयोटा. तो लोकस का मतलब बेसिकली आपको इक्वेशन निकालनी है जो कि ये z सेटिस्फाई करता है. लोकस का मतलब z कौन सी इक्वेशन पे लाई कर रहा है. ओके, सो टू सॉल्व दिस आई विल पुट z इक्वल टू x प्लस आयोटा y. So we get mod of x plus iota y minus 1 is equal to mod of x plus iota y minus iota, and this implies you'll get x minus 1 plus iota y is equal to mod of x plus iota y minus 1. Mod है तो therefore you'll get under the root x minus 1 whole square plus y square is equal to under the root x square plus y minus 1 का whole square, and I can square both the sides, so you will get x minus 1 whole square plus y square equal to x square plus y minus 1 का whole square. This implies, open the bracket, open the square, x square plus 1 minus 2x plus y square is equal to x square plus y square plus 1 minus 2y. So I can cancel out this with this, this with this. So I will get 2x minus 2y is equal to 0. So 1 and 1 also cancelled. So this implies x minus y equal to 0. तो locus जो आया वो ये आया है. x minus y equal to 0 means x is equal to y. और आपको पता है x equal to y क्या होता है? x equal to y is basically straight line passing through origin. ठीक है, so this is the line y equal to x. तो आपका जो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर z है वो इस पे लाई करता है. ठीक है, नाउ अब आपको इसके बाद क्या पता लगाना है? हमें पता लगाना है कि ये जो लाइन हमारे पास आई है x माइनस वाई इक्वल टू 0, इज दिस लाइन परपेंडिकुलर टू द जॉइन ऑफ 1, 0 एंड 0, 1. सो फर्स्ट नेक्स्ट लेट्स फाइंड द जॉइन ऑफ 1, 0 and 0, 1. So you know that whenever you have 2 points in the plane, you can find the line segment joining these 2 points, and the formula is y minus y1. तो ये आपका सपोज x1 y1 है और ये आपका x2 y2 है. So the formula is y minus y1, तो y minus 0 over x minus x1. So x minus 1 equal to y2 minus y1. So 1 minus 0 divided by x2 minus x1, 0 minus 1. So this implies that y over x minus 1 is equal to minus 1, and this implies y is equal to minus x plus 1. This implies y or x plus y equal to 1. ठीक है, so this is the line. नाउ व्हाट कैन यू से अबाउट दीज टू लाइन्स? एक तो आ गई y इक्वल टू एक्स और दूसरी लाइन क्या है, ये x प्लस वाई इक्वल टू 1. ठीक है, तो आपकी जो फर्स्ट लाइन है x इक्वल टू वाई, इसमें स्लोप क्या है? सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल स्लोप ऑफ x माइनस वाई इक्वल टू 0 इज 1. ठीक है, आपको पता है अगर हम लाइन को इस फॉर्म में लिखेंगे y इक्वल टू एम एक्स प्लस सी, तो m जो होती है, जो x कोफिशिएंट होता है, उसको हम स्लोप कहते हैं. तो इस केस में यू हैव y इक्वल टू एक्स, तो x का कोफिशिएंट क्या है? 1. ठीक है, सो स्लोप इज 1. एंड व्हाट अबाउट द स्लोप ऑफ सेकेंड लाइन x प्लस वाई इक्वल टू 1? सो द स्लोप ऑफ दिस इज, इसको मैं कैसे लिख सकती हूँ, y इक्वल टू minus x plus 1, so it is minus 1, and you know that 1 into minus 1 is minus 1, so that means these two lines are perpendicular. Yes or no? This is true. ये भी यही कह रहा है, is a line perpendicular, so hence I will say, hence these two lines are perpendicular. So that means the given statement is true. Okay, जो इस चीज का जो locus आया, that is a straight line which is y equal to x, and जो ये वाली जो line आई, तो y equal to x is perpendicular to the line joining these two points. Okay, next part. If z is a complex number such that z is not equal to 0, जब हम कहते हैं z is not equal to 0, that means the real part and the imaginary part both simultaneously are not equal to 0. तो एक या एक से ज़्यादा नॉन ज़ीरो है, या तो रियल पार्ट नॉन ज़ीरो या तो इमेजिनरी पार्ट नॉन ज़ीरो, या दोनों के दोनों नॉन ज़ीरो है. तो z is a complex number such that z is not equal to 0 and real of z is equal to 0, then imaginary of z square is also equal to 0. You have to check this. So fifth part, so let z equal to, so I can let z equal to x plus iota y, and I am assuming that z is not equal to 0. ठीक है, now real of z तो given है 0, real of z equal to 0, तो real of z means that x is equal to 0. अब since z is not equal to 0, therefore your y has to be non-zero. y 0 नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है, क्योंकि x already मेरे पास given है 0 है. Now what is the imaginary part of z square? So first of all, what is z square? So since x आपके पास 0 आ गया, तो z आपके पास क्या बचेगा? iota y. And what is z square? तो पहले हम z square निकाल लेते हैं, and this implies that z square is equal to iota square y square, which is equal to, iota square क्या होता है? -1, तो क्या आ जाएगा? minus y square. And this implies that the imaginary part of z square is equal to 0. Yes or no? So that means this statement is true. Next question, sixth part. The inequality mod of z minus 4 is less than mod of z minus 2 represents the region given by x greater than 3. So let's find this and then we will tell whether it is true or false. So consider mod of z minus 4 less than mod of z minus 2. So first let's solve this. So put z equal to x plus iota y. So what we will get? X plus iota y minus 4 is less than x plus iota y minus 2. And this implies mod of x minus 4 plus iota y is less than mod of x minus 2 plus iota y. तो मैंने बेसिकली क्या करा है? रियल और इमेजिनरी पार्ट्स को कंबाइन कर दिया है. अब लेट्स टेक द मॉड, और you can also say that its square is less than the square of this part. So therefore you will get x minus 4 whole square plus y square is less than x minus 2 square plus y square. Okay, and this implies, now you just open the squares to further simplify this. So you will get x square plus 16 minus 8x plus y square is less than x square plus 4 minus 4x plus y square. So I can cancel out this, I can cancel out y square, and this will imply, take minus 8x on right hand side, you will get 4x, 16 on that side, or maybe keep it on the left hand side. So you get 4x is less than 16 minus 4 is 12. Okay, so this implies x is less than 3. And what is given to you? The inequality, this represents a region given by x greater than 3. I think I have done some mistake. तो हम किसको लेके गए थे यहाँ पे, माइनस 8x को उधर लेके गए थे. So therefore I have a sign, sorry, I have this sign as greater than. Okay, so you'll have this thing. So therefore the given statement is true. Again a very easy question. So now let's do the next part. So now we have the 7th part. Let z1 and z2 be two complex numbers such that mod of z1 plus z2 is equal to mod of z1 plus mod of z2. Then argument of z1 minus z2 is equal to 0. So what is given to us, वहीं से हम लेके चलते हैं सॉल्व करना. So it is given that mod of z1 plus z2, क्योंकि देखिए if this happens then you have to check whether argument of z1 minus z2 is 0. तो if then ये वाली स्टेटमेंट है यहाँ पे, if this happens then is this true. तो if this is given to us then I can square both the sides just to simplify the calculations. And you know what is the formula of mod of z1 plus z2 whole square. So it is mod of z1 square plus mod of z2 square. In the previous video I told this, and this is plus twice the real part of z1 into z2 conjugate. So this is the formula, okay? And it is given that this is equal to, अब mod of z1 और mod of z2 ये तो आपके रियल नंबर्स हैं. सो दिस इज बेसिकली द स्क्वायर ऑफ a प्लस b का होल स्क्वायर, इस टाइप का है. सो यू विल गेट mod of z1 स्क्वायर प्लस mod of z2 स्क्वायर प्लस 2 times mod of z1 into mod of z2. Okay, now this cancels with this cancels with this, and we are left with that real part of z1 into z2 conjugate is equal to mod of z1 into mod of z2. Now let z1 as mod of z1 cos of theta 1 plus iota sin theta 1, okay, and z2 be equal to mod of z2 cos of theta 2 plus iota sin of theta 2. Now first of all, what is z2 conjugate? So this will be equal to mod of z2 cos of minus theta 2 plus iota sin of minus theta 2. यही आता है conjugate. अब what is z1 into z2 conjugate? Now z1 into z2 conjugate will be equal to mod of z1 into mod of z2 cos of, मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं तो थीटा 1 माइनस थीटा 2 प्लस आर्ग्यूमेंट्स आपके ऐड हो जाते हैं, आयोटा साइन ऑफ थीटा 1 माइनस थीटा 2. नाउ व्हाट इज द रियल पार्ट ऑफ दिस? नाउ रियल पार्ट ऑफ z1 z2 conjugate is equal to mod of z1 into mod of z2 into cos of theta 1 minus theta 2. Okay, and this was suppose 1. So put this value in 1. So putting in 1, what you will get? I will get mod of z1 mod of z2 into cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to mod of z1 into mod of z2. और यहाँ से आपके पास क्या आएगा? That cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to 1. और cos कब 1 देता है वैल्यू? when the argument is equal to 0. And this implies what? Theta 1 is argument of z1 and theta 2 is argument of z2. So that means argument of z1 minus argument of z2 is 0. और हमारे पास given क्या था? That argument of z1 minus z2 is 0. So that means the given statement is false. हमारे पास ये नहीं आ रहा जो given है क्वेश्चन के अंदर. मेरे पास आ रहा है argument of z1 minus argument of z2 is equal to 0. Got it? Now next 8 part says that 2 is not a complex number. ये जो मैं directly आपको I think you all must be knowing this. This is false because every real number is a complex number. Converse is not true. A complex number may not be a real number, but every real number is a complex number. Now I ask you why? Because see, 2 can be written as 2 plus iota times 0. So that means इसका जो imaginary part है, imaginary part is equal to 0. So therefore every real number is a complex number, but not conversely. Not conversely. So therefore ये जो given है 2 is not a complex number is false. Okay. Next question. Question number 27. Match the statements of column A and column B. So let's start with column A. इसको हम solve करते रहेंगे और फिर देखते हैं कि किसके साथ match होता है. So A part says the polar form of iota plus root 3 is. So question number 27, A part. So you have to find the polar form of, so let z equal to iota plus root 3. This can be written as root 3 plus iota. Okay. So what is r? R is equal to mod z, which is equal to under the root 3 का square plus 1 square, which is equal to root 4, which is equal to 2. ठीक है. Now let's find what is tan of theta. So tan of theta is y over x, which is equal to 1 by root 3. Now before finding the theta, that is the argument, we have to see where does this complex number lie. So let's plot this complex number. So x-axis and the y-axis. You can see that x and y both are positive. Okay, x is root 3 and y is 1. So it lies in first quadrant. So this implies theta is equal to, or first of all I can say that theta lies in first quadrant. In fact, the complex number also lies in the first quadrant. So therefore theta is equal to tan inverse 1 over root 3, which is equal to pi by 6. So therefore your z is equal to 2 times cos of pi by 6 plus iota sine of pi by 6. And you can see that this is given in column B, 5th part. So I can say that A part matches with the 5th part. Okay, A part matches with the 5th part. Now the B part is you have to find the amplitude of minus 1 plus root of minus 3. So let z equal to, see amplitude means that you have to find the argument. Okay, theta find करना है आपको. So we will let z equal to minus 1 plus under the root minus 3, which is equal to minus 1 plus root 3 iota. Okay, so this is equal to minus 1 plus root 3 iota. Now let's find what is r, the modulus. So mod z is equal to under the root minus 1 square plus root 3 square, which is equal to under the root 1 plus 3, which is equal to root 4, which is equal to 2. Now let's see where does this complex number lie. So you can see that x is negative as well as, but y is positive, so it lies in the second quadrant. Fine. So I can write that my theta lies in second quadrant. So or I can say z lies in second quadrant. Now let's see what is tan theta. Now tan theta is equal to y over x, which is equal to root 3 divided by minus 1, which is equal to minus root 3. Now since your theta lies in the second quadrant, so therefore your theta will be equal to pi minus tan inverse root 3, बिकॉज tan थीटा कहाँ का नेगेटिव होता है, सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट में और फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट में. अब हमें पता है मेरा कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर सेकेंड क्वाड्रेंट में लाई कर रहा है, सो देयरफॉर थीटा विल बी पाई माइनस tan इनवर्स रूट 3, ओके, विच इज इक्वल टू, so this expression will be equal to pi minus pi by 3, which is equal to 2 pi by 3. So this is a very important concept. जब भी आप आर्ग्यूमेंट फाइंड करते हो तो आपको ये पता लगाना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आपका थीटा या आपका कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर कौन से क्वाड्रेंट में लाई करता है. सो देयरफॉर इन द कॉलम बी यू कैन सी दैट इन द थर्ड पार्ट इट इज गिवन 2 pi by 3. So therefore my z becomes 2 times cos of 2 pi by 3 plus iota sine of 2 pi by 3. So what is my amplitude? Amplitude is 2 pi by 3 and it is given in the third part. So therefore my second part matches with my third part. Got it? Next we have the C part, which is if mod of z plus 2 is equal to mod of z minus 2, then locus of z is. तो आपको लोकस फाइंड करना है z का. सो इट इज गिवन दैट मॉड ऑफ z प्लस 2 इज इक्वल टू मॉड ऑफ z माइनस 2. सो वी विल स्टार्ट बाय पुटिंग z इक्वल टू x प्लस आयोटा y. ओके, सो दिस बिकम्स मॉड ऑफ x प्लस आयोटा y प्लस 2 इज इक्वल टू मॉड ऑफ x प्लस आयोटा y minus 2. Now I can combine the real and the imaginary part. So this will become mod of x plus 2 plus iota y is equal to mod of x minus 2 plus iota y, which is equal to, so if the mods are equal then the squares are also equal. Okay, so this will be equal to under the root x plus 2 whole square plus y square is equal to under the root x minus 2 whole square plus y square. Now you can square both the sides, so you will get what? This implies x plus 2 whole square plus y square is equal to x minus 2 whole square plus y square. Now open the square terms. So first of all I can cancel out y square, so I will get x square plus 4 plus 4x is equal to x square plus 4 minus 4x. Now cancel out x square and plus 4 plus 4. So you will get 8x equal to 0. And since 8 is not equal to 0, so x is equal to 0. So this is the locus of z. And x equal to 0 is nothing but the y-axis, because on the y-axis the x coordinate is always 0. So you can see that here you have the first part in the column B. The first part is perpendicular bisector of segment joining minus 2 comma 0 and 2 comma 0. So locus of z, that is x equal to 0, can also be expressed as that this is the perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining minus 2 comma 0 and 2 comma 0. So I have plotted the points minus 2 comma 0 and 2 comma 0 join this line segment, and you can easily see that the y-axis or x equal to 0 is the perpendicular bisector. That means it is at 90 degree and it divides the line segment into two equal halves. So therefore the C part matches with the first part. Now next we have the D part. If mod of z plus 2 iota is equal to mod of z minus 2 iota, then locus of z is. So it is similar like part C. So given is mod of z plus 2 iota is equal to mod of z minus 2 iota. So start by putting z equal to x plus iota y. So put z equal to x plus iota y. What you will get? Mod of x plus iota y plus 2 iota is equal to mod of x plus iota y minus 2 iota. Now combine the real and the imaginary part. So you will get what this implies. Mod of x plus iota times y plus 2 is equal to mod of x plus y times, x plus iota times y minus 2. Now this implies that the squares of the mods are also equal, and this implies x square plus y plus 2 whole square is equal to x square plus y minus 2 whole square, and I can cancel out x square, so this implies what? Y square plus 4 plus 4y is equal to y square plus 4 minus 4y. Now I can cancel out y square and 4, so you will get what? 8y is equal to 0, and this implies y is equal to 0. Now in the xy plane, y equal to 0 represents what? This is the x-axis. Okay, so on the x-axis the y coordinates are 0, so therefore y equal to 0 is a straight line which is nothing but your x-axis. Now see the fourth part in the column B. In the fourth part, it is given that perpendicular bisector of segment joining 0, minus 2 and 0, 2. Okay, so let's plot the points. 0, minus 2 is here and 0, 2 is here. And you can easily say that if this is the line segment, then the line y equal to 0 is actually the perpendicular bisector of this line segment. Okay, so therefore I can say that my D part matches with the fourth part. D part matches with the fourth part. I hope you got it. It's very easy. Now let's see the E part. So E part says that region represented by mod of z plus 4 iota is greater or equal to 3 is. So you have to find the region which this inequality is representing. So mod of z plus 4 iota is greater or equal to 3. So start by putting z equal to x plus iota y. So put z equal to x plus iota y. What you will get? It will be x plus iota y plus 4 iota is greater or equal to 3, and this implies that mod of x plus iota times y plus 4 is greater or equal to 3. Now I can take square both the sides, so mod of x plus iota y plus 4 whole square is greater or equal to 9. Now this implies that x square plus y plus 4 whole square is greater or equal to 9. Now you can recall that the equation of the type x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square is greater or equal to r square. So this represents the points which lie on the circle and outside the circle having center at a comma b and radius as r. So therefore the given inequation also represents which region? So basically it represents the region which is the points lying on the circle and outside the circle. So I can write that this represents region on and outside circle having center at 0, minus 4 and radius as 3. So therefore when I plot it, so I will get this is my point 0, minus 4 and the radius is 3. So therefore this is the circle. So the points lying on the boundary of the circle. तो जब हमारे पास equal to होता है x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square equal to r square, it is a circle, or greater or equal to, so on and outside the circle. So this is how you have to do this question. So you can see that this matches with your second part. Okay, on or outside the circle having center at 0, minus 4 and radius 3. So therefore E part matches with your second part. So now let's see next part, that is F part. So region represented by mod of z plus 4 less than or equal to 3 is. So it is given mod of z plus 4 less than or equal to 3. So start by putting z equal to x plus iota y. You will get x plus iota y plus 4 less than or equal to 3. Now this implies mod of x plus 4 plus iota y is less than or equal to 3, or you can take the square simultaneously. So its square is less than or equal to 9, and this is equal to x plus 4 whole square plus y square less than or equal to 9. And you can see that this represents the points on and inside the circle having center at 4, 0 and radius as 3. So this represents region on or inside of circle having center at 4, 0 and radius as 3. Now you can see that sixth part. In the sixth part it is given this only: on or inside the circle having center minus 4, 0 and radius as 3 units. So basically I missed the minus sign, so center is minus 4, 0. So your F part matches with the sixth part. Now next we have the G part. So conjugate of 1 plus 2 iota divided by 1 minus iota lies in. So you have to find the quadrant. कौन से quadrant में lie करता है. So first let us find the conjugate. So let z equal to 1 plus 2 iota divided by 1 minus iota. You can see that I have 1 minus iota in the denominator. So first you have to rationalize. So multiply and divide by 1 plus iota. So what you will get? You will get 1 plus 2 iota divided by 1 minus iota into 1 plus iota divided by 1 plus iota. So this will be equal to 1 plus 2 iota into 1 plus iota divided by 1 plus 1. Okay, so this is equal to 1 plus iota plus 2 iota minus 2 divided by 2, which is equal to minus 1 plus 3 iota divided by 2. So this is your z. So z is equal to minus 1 plus 3 iota divided by 2. So what is z conjugate? This is equal to minus 1 minus 3 iota divided by 2. So you can see that x is negative as well as y is negative. So it lies in your third quadrant. Okay. So since x is less than 0, y less than 0, so it lies in your third quadrant. So G part matches with your eighth part. So I am sorry, I have written fourth here, it should be third. So G part matches with the eighth part. Now let's see the H part. The reciprocal of 1 minus iota lies in. So let z equal to 1 minus iota, then the reciprocal is 1 by z, which is equal to 1 over 1 minus iota. So multiply and divide by 1 plus iota. So you will get 1 plus iota divided by 2. This is equal to 1 by 2 plus half iota. So here x is greater than 0 as well as y is greater than 0. So both are positive. So it lies in the first quadrant. So 1 by z lies in first quadrant. Your H part matches with the seventh part. So we have completed this question number 27. I hope you are getting what I am teaching. If you have any problem, please mention in the comment section, and please do like and subscribe my channel and share the channel with your friends also. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.